Can you hear that? That's the sound of warmth, comfort, and connection. Welcome to Cup of Cocoa and Chat, where we sip, share, and start the day with purpose, peace, and a little sweetness. I am your host, Princess, and I am so glad you're here. Hey, beautiful souls. Good morning, good afternoon, or whenever this message finds you. Welcome to another episode of Cup of Cocoa and Chat, the podcast. I am so glad you're here. This is your safe space to sip slowly, think deeply, and encourage in real conversations that stir the heart. I am your host, Princess, and today's theme is Made for More Mondays, and the episode is You Don't Have to Be Okay to Be Amazing. Today is not just any Monday, it's the last Monday of Mental Health Awareness Month. And while the month may be wrapping up, the message still remains. Your mind matters, your healing matters, and you matter. This month, we've been honoring mental awareness through meaningful, encouraging, and faith aligned conversations that promote self care, mindset shifts, healing, and hope. And today's episode, You Don't Have to Be Okay to Be Amazing, is a tender reminder that even in the midst of the mess, you are still made for more. So you do not have to be okay to be amazing. Your mental struggles do not disqualify you from purpose, power, or peace. Our conversation today is faith aligned and healing centered, which will nurture your soul, shift your mindset, and encourage intentional self care. So let's start by reading today's affirmation. I am allowed to not be okay and still show up in strength and purpose. So I want you to jot that down somewhere where you'll be able to speak it aloud later. Okay? I'm going to repeat it one more time. I am allowed to not be okay and still show up in strength and purpose. So let's dive into mental health awareness. So, mental awareness equals recognizing your needs without shame. Mental awareness isn't about having all the answers or always being okay. It's about being honest with yourself. It's noticing when something feels off and giving yourself permission to pause instead of pushing through. It's choosing not to hide behind, I am fine, and instead saying, I need a moment, or simply, I need support. Mental awareness is a form of self respect. It's how we make space to heal, breathe, and show up fully, even in our struggles. So, emotional honesty is spiritual strength. Emotional honesty is spiritual strength. As described in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. And that means it's okay to bring your real emotions to God, because his grace is enough. And he sees everything and he knows everything. So come with your real emotions. So here are some gentle ways to support your mental health daily. You can do a 10-minute check-in with yourself and God. You can journal your prayers by writing down the prayers, your thoughts and requests related to your faith journey. You can have a rule where there's no phone before 9 a.m. or a time that you set yourself. Or listening to worship or instrumental peace music. Music always helps. A big one for me, and one that I chose to go with, is talking to a therapist. You may want to talk to a trusted friend. And lastly, starting your week with kindness to yourself. You deserve it. We often treat Mondays like a mountain we have to climb. But what if we saw it as a gentle reset instead? That's a thought. A gentle reset instead. A fresh start. A quiet invitation to begin again, not with pressure, but with purpose. Monday doesn't have to demand perfection. It can simply be a reminder that you made it here. And that's enough. That's truly enough. You can take it slow, set a new tone, and step into the week with intention, not urgency. So I want to share something personal with you. I went back and forth with myself, as to whether I would share it or not. But it's helping me to say it aloud, and hopefully it will help you as well. Over the past 10 years, I've carried a lot of mental heaviness, deep personal grief. I lost my mother, my best friend, and more recently, I've been navigating a painful situation with a family member over a business we once shared. That experience in particular cut deeply. Losing that connection to that family member is like losing a friend all over again. And no longer being a part of the business left a void in my soul, in my spirit. Not just professionally, but emotionally. What's helped me in this season has been therapy, of course, and also the purpose work I can continue to do through Cup of Cocoa and Chat, both with the podcast and the live streams. Every post, every word of encouragement I share on social media, it doesn't just pour into others, it pours back into me. And it keeps me moving forward. Now, what hasn't helped me are the quiet moments when I replay what happened. When I replay what happened, how it happened, and why it happened. Those quiet moments where the silence feels louder than the pain has really hurt me. But through it all, I've learned something powerful. That choosing to walk away from the business and still extend the olive branch that I have is an act of grace. And that forgiveness doesn't always come wrapped in a bow. Sometimes it's quite messy. Sometimes it hurts. But it's also healing. So I am still in it. I'm still in the hurt. I'm still in the pain. I'm still feeling it. But I'm learning that I don't have to be okay to keep walking with purpose. I can hurt and still be healing. I can grieve and still be growing. I can be honest about my pain and still be amazing. So I have a call to action. This week, I would like each and every listener to do one small thing that supports your peace. Just one small thing that supports your peace. I would love to hear from you. Let me know what it is. I came up with a few ideas that a few of them helped me. So I want to share with you some of the ideas. The first one is light a candle and sit in silence for 5 minutes. That often helps me. I sit in silence. I light my candle. I turn off the TV. I put my phone on do not disturb. And I'm learning that it helps me. Even if it's 5 minutes. Even if it's 5 minutes, it helps. Unfollow toxic content. A lot of us scroll through social media. We see inspiration. We see inspiration posts, motivation posts, dancing videos, singing videos, funny videos, depending on what you like. But some of us, we like that toxic content. So I say, unfollow that toxic content. Unfollow it for a day. Unfollow it for a week. Unfollow it for a month. You know? Come out of that rabbit hole. Come out of that dark space. Here's another one. Say no to something that drains you. If it's draining your peace, say no. It's okay. Say no. Here's a big one, and one I am an advocate of. Start therapy. It doesn't have to be fancy. Your therapy can look like sharing inspiration, sharing motivation, speaking to others, or speaking to a therapist or a counselor. But start somewhere, because the struggles do get heavy. And sometimes prayer does help. I must admit, prayer does help. But sometimes you need just a little more. You need a total plan. So start therapy, however that looks for you. Begin a gratitude or prayer journal, right? I journal. I write letters to my mother, my best friend. I miss her every day, and especially now, I miss her more. So that helps me, and maybe that could help you as well. So, whatever you do, please take this call to action. This week, do one small thing that supports your peace, and let me know what it is. You can DM me with your responses on Instagram at Princess Ray Ray. You can even comment on this podcast post if you like, or share it in my Facebook group, Cup of Cocoa and Chat. Either way, I would love to hear from you if you do one small thing that supports your peace this week. So that's the time for us. That's all I have for you today. When I speak on my situation, I often get emotional. So I don't want to get emotional. So that's all the time we have for today's episode. But as we close out this final Monday of Mental Health Awareness Month, I want to remind you this. Remember, you don't have to have it all together to be walking in purpose. Your struggles don't cancel your strength and your story. Your struggles don't cancel your strength or your story. Even the hard parts, trust me, even the hard parts is still unfolding in beauty. So you can't see it now, but you'll see it later. Promise you. I promise you. Also, I would be remiss if I didn't take the moment to acknowledge that today is Memorial Day, a day of remembrance and gratitude for the many brave souls who gave their lives in service to this country. As we honor their sacrifice, may we also hold space for the complex emotions this day can bring. It's a fitting reminder for today's episode. You don't have to be okay to be amazing. You don't have to be okay to be amazing. And this has been a special mental health awareness episode to honor Mental Health Awareness Month. So if today's theme, you don't have to be okay to be amazing, spoke to you, helped you pause, or gave you something to think about, I love to I love for you to share it with someone who might need a little moment of calm. And if you enjoyed this space, be sure to come back next week for more moments that feed the mind and soothe the soul. I'll be back next Monday, June 2nd, with season 1, episode 8 of Cup of Cocoa and Chat, the podcast. So go ahead and mark your calendar, pour your favorite drink, and meet me back here for more good vibes, real talk, and purpose-filled conversation. Until next time, keep giving yourself grace, keep choosing gentleness, and keep walking boldly, even when it feels messy. You are made for more. So peace and blessings. I love you guys, and I mean it. Until next time, bye.